I think a lot of artists feel like the first thing that they put out is going to be the thing. It's like the first thing you put out is probably going to be the worst thing you put out. The first musical you sang in was probably the worst musical you sang in. You got better over time. You got better through doing it. That's just normally how everything works. You just get better by doing something over and over again.
I did release some music in like when I was like young. So I'll just say like haven't released music as an adult. We'll just say that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to go with the public, right? But I get
Public
what you're
is
saying.
small. You don't know how it's going to go with your friends and family. If it reaches the public, it's going well.
This is the struggle I face when people around me are like, it's only going to get like, a couple hundred eyes. Or unlike Facebook, I feel like the public is like speaking of me, looking to me, especially because I'm in this competition right now. I've got people like sharing and asking their friends and family to vote and tagging the radio stations that are presenting the competition and tagging me. So I'm seeing public engagement. We could say that that's happening right now. It's not happening on the masses of like, 5,000 people sharing. I'd say maybe we've got like 15 to 20 people in terms of public engagement.
Yeah, that's friends and family. Size-wise, it's like friends and family size. Yeah.
That's also really important for artists to like acknowledge, because it doesn't occur like that for me as an artist. That like, oh, it's the friends and family space. It really does occur like the public is paying attention. And when someone says something to me like, oh, like you don't have anyone to release it to, I notice I take offense to it. I'm like, what do you mean I have no one to release it to? I've got people who've been asking for years, since 2020, people have been asking, where can I find your music? Why isn't this song out? We heard you sing this live. Where can I find it? I need this. I hear it all the time at shows when I play my original music. Like, why isn't this on Spotify? I need to stream this. Like, please release this song. And it breaks my heart that some of those songs now, like I just can't do it right now.
I mean, look, if it was like 4 or 5 people that asked that question, you could just send it to them. I've done that. Oh, you want it? You can have it. What is it? 5 people, 10 people, 20 people? What does it matter? I'm gonna give it to you.
Just give it to them. Like,
tell me why you can't do that.
I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble.
By who?
I don't know. Like, what if somebody finds out?
Here we go with the anxiety again. It's like it's fear of these things that are just like not real. Take the worst, whatever you're imagining, and then just say, is this a bad problem or a good problem? It's probably a good problem. Wait, a brand has a song that magically somehow through something I gave to somebody, it hit something, went viral, it blew up. The brand's going to be mad at me now? No, they're not. Like, right. So it's a rational fear. So I don't want you to think like that at all. If you want to give it to a couple of people, go give it to a couple of people. But I do have an empathy and an understanding of what you mean, because you're looking at things through a lens. And so I think social media does this because it's not like in front of you, but you're looking through a lens. For lack of a better word, it induces delusions of grandeur. So it makes it feel like it is more magnified than it actually is. So if you're like, the world is watching me, it's like, no, 15 or 20 people are watching consistently. Even if 150 people are watching, there's 150 people times 100 million that are just following one person on that same platform's account. Not that serious. It's really more of getting over that hurdle so that you can start to be free. Because right now you're in like a mental prison of anxious and fear and worry and every word that could come out of my mouth that's potentially negative or limiting. And I'm like, let's get that shit out of the way so that we can be liberated and free and confident and bold and, like really express ourselves in a way that's honest and true and serves the people who actually are watching us. 10,000 becomes 10,000 because it started at 10, and 10 people need to feel something. They need to feel like they're being paid attention to. You got music and you're not ready to put it out, but you got 10 people who are just like diehard fans. Don't you think that they would be even more diehard fans if they had an exclusive early release to something that's not even out yet? And then if it does go out or whatever, they're able to say like, well, look, I had the original, it was sent to me personally, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? There's only positives to that way of thinking. There's only possibility through that way of thinking, not like lack of possibility.
Yeah. So I can just give them my songs. Now, I guess the stuff that I told the lawyers that I wouldn't publicly release, that content I shouldn't.
Probably not.
I'm going to make the call right now. I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to give this song the attention it deserves.